Yo, what is up, Brez? It is your boy Guppy Boy 9000, aka the Hentai God. And today I am back at y'all with another figure review. And today we are looking at the top, not only waifu of all robots, but the top mecha queen waifu of all robots. The reason why we get beautiful mecha waifu figures that we have today, and that is the Flame Toys Furai RC model kit. And I ain't finna lie to you, Brez. I ain't even finna lie to you. This one right here is a long time coming. I have been waiting for this kit since it went up for pre-order. Matter of fact, no, since it was announced and went up for pre-order. And yes, this is another kit that if you have one, you might, if you get it, you might want to grab two because she will go up in price and be hard to get, just like the Windblade. And Brez. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna throw this out here. Looking at this right here also might be the most accurate RC, not only figure like kit, but figure that we have ever done received of RC. And let me tell you why this is the most G1 accurate RC. Because if you look at artwork of RC, she has a small backpack. She is slender and she is very feminine looking. Now, she isn't 1980s animated accurate, but she is accurate. She is like you can fit her in with your regular Transformers. And on top of that, I know you got those Transformer purists that's gonna be like, well, she doesn't transform. She looks too anime, or she's too sexualized and stuff like that. Man, look, nobody care about all that. Like, bro, like you can ease like, bruh. Of course, if you collect nothing but the app like the in-store Hasbro Transformers, of course she's not really gonna fit all that much in with them. But if you collect a lot of the third parties, or not even third parties, but a lot of the imported kind, you can fit this RC in. And honestly, if you have the masterpiece, you could probably do a couple of head swaps. Like you could probably take the head off of this one, put the masterpiece RC head on, and it will look accurate to what RC is supposed to look like. On top of that, just like our girl Windblade, she does come to us double cheeked up on an average Tuesday with full blown cheeks busted out on display for everybody to see. And yes, Brez, just like Windblade, them cheeks are articulated, bruh. They are, but we'll get into that with articulation. I just wanted to let y'all know she's double cheeked up. But yeah, on top of that, RC is another one of those characters that, like, looking at this RC, if it wasn't for this character, we wouldn't have a lot of the figures that we have of today with this character. Because if it wasn't for RC or this figure, we wouldn't have figures like this and all of that. So yes, that's another reason why we gotta admire this mecha queen right here. Because of her, we have done gotten a whole lot of beautiful mecha waifu figures that have all been based off of her. So with that being said, let's just take a time, a moment just to admire the beauty of this. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all this front view to let y'all look, then a side view right here, and a back view. And see what I mean when I just give y'all this view. If you look at this, she This is what I mean. Like she could actually go in, despite her being like super sexualized and based off of artwork that somebody made. If you look at the slickness of this figure, of this kit, and you look at the design of certain artworks and stuff like that that you get of RC, you will see that you can throw her in with other other Transformers. And then on top of that, when it comes to that backpack, bro, we finally got an accurate backpack. That's like this is what her backpack is supposed to look like. Now, granted, yes, she doesn't transform, but this is technically what it's supposed to look like. If you look at other figures from the past of RC that transform, the backpacks are so compacted that it looked like she has like a whole RV attached to the back of her. Like matter of fact, yeah, to the back, just to the back of her. She has like a whole RV like attached to her. And right here, this is what she's originally supposed to look like with like with her backpack being compacted down. So yes, this right here is a beautiful and accurate version of RC. And the thing is, it literally took like a model kit company doing a character based off of a super sexualized artwork from a hentai artist to give us an accurate RC figure. And that's crazy. Now, with that being said, let's move on into accessories because she does come with a little bit more than what Windblade comes with, but not as much. So it will be kind of quick. So yeah, moving on into accessories. Okay, Brez, moving her to the side for accessories, I will show y'all. Let's start off with these hands. Now, she comes with two gripping hands, which is for gripping her guns. And honestly, I would say I would recommend super gluing these together, but because you gotta fit the pistol in her hand and it doesn't just go in quite so easily, and you don't want to risk breaking the thumb or anything like that, I will say don't super glue the hands because yeah, unless you just want the gun to be in the hand permanently, then yeah, like I will say go all for it if you just want the gun in the hand permanently. Or I will say that if you are able to get two of them, I would say super glue. If you want to super glue both of the hands, I mean both of the guns in the hands permanently, and have that RC Rise of the Beast type type design where she had like the double pistols and was blasting people all over the movie. Yeah, I mean go for it. On top of that, she comes with this gun that you see right here that you assemble. It actually takes like three different forms, which you have the gun by itself that you put together, which you could just have her with a regular pistol, as you guys can all see. Then you have this right here, the outer frame that you can put around the pistol and have her with the arse like with the Rise of the Beast type gun. Then you have this little thing right here that you can attach. I guess it's to turn it into like a rifle. So you can have her with a you can pretty much turn her pistol into a rifle. And yeah, I don't, the way you put this on, I don't want to do it like on camera because I might end up breaking something. But yeah, you have like this little rifle right here that you can attach to the gun and have it to be like an extra rifle to be blasting people. Then you get this right here that attaches into the gun, which is kind of like a little sword blade or like a blade, like a beam blade for her to, I guess, slice through enemies. Which is why I said you can super glue the gun into the hands, and you can kind of just have her like blasting mode. Then you can add this in as, I guess you could say, the saber mode when she got to cut people down. And with that being out of the way, she also comes with her little RC visor that you see with RC on a lot of the other like figures and in the movies. And the way you store that on her head, okay, you if y'all can see, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the head off. I mean, well, the front bang off like that, and then you're gonna take it. And there's a little latch in here, as you guys can see. There's a little peg right there, and you're gonna plug that in right there like that, and then you're gonna take the front bang and you're gonna stick that back right off in there, and there you go. You have G1 RC with her visors on, Brez. And yes, like I said, most accurate RC that we have ever done received. Now, on top of that, let's move into accessories. Oh yeah, before we move on, no, she cannot hold Windblade sword or any type of sword because her hands are too loose or anything like that. Now she may be able to hold other guns. I haven't tried it, but she cannot hold a sword or nothing. These are all she comes with. And yeah, and on top of that, the way you swap her hands out is actually kind of trash too. So yeah, like you get this little ball peg right here, and you get this little peg hole, and you gotta just swap it out like so, and that gives you the option to pretty much swap the hands. But it really doesn't stay on that well when you get to like trying to twist it around. But then again, it's a model kit, so that's expected. But yeah, moving on into articulation. We'll get more into that with articulation. Okay, Brez, getting into articulation. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Just like Windblade, this figure right here, this bad girl, she is super flexible. And when I say flexible, I'm talking about you can get her into as just as many as the poses that you could get Windblade into. Now, I will note that they did kind of change a couple of things around with building this RC. And I noticed that the hips, like if you get into like the hip joints, I'll bring the first one in. The hips are right here or articulated to allow you to get a little bit more leg range instead of just them like rising it up, kind of like what they did right here, to where she could just kick all the way up instead of having that gap right there. Like they actually just gave you a sculpted part that's sculpted and painted to where you could have her legs look a little bit more, I guess, down and natural, but you could lift it up to get like a lot more range to kick and stuff like that. But with that being said, let's start off from top to bottom. We'll get into that later. Okay, now starting with her backpack, just like we did on Windblade, it can move up and down. It can hinge back and forwards, but not as much. But then again, you can kind of, I guess, use this like a little jetpack or whatever if you're into gunpla and stuff like that, and you want to just kick bash and try to come up with something cool to like make this be. And I gotta get this clear to make this be more cooler. But yeah, like I said, hinge forward and back. It can go up and down. And as you can see, unlike the unlike the Windblade, it tabs on and can come off easily. Now, and I'm having trouble putting it back on. Now, if you want to super glue that back on and just leave it on permanently, that'll be totally up to you. But let's keep it a buck. Some of us want her without it. So, hey. Now, getting into the head scope. The head is like on a double ball joint, top ball joint, and a lower ball joint in the neck that gives you super range of articulation, as y'all can see. And it is a lot more smoother and more fluent than what we get with Windblade. And as y'all could see, she has a little bit of articulation at the top of her scalp. And reason for that is because she, like, it's pretty much what I just showed you. So you can put her visors on. Now, she can hit a T pose, and I literally just knocked her bra off and just exposed her titties. And yeah, I pretty much just did what what's his name did to that one singer on stage by accident. Or what? Well, no, he actually did that on purpose. But yeah, so yeah, as y'all can see, she can hit a T pose. Arms go out that much. The show, and they go down that much. She gets good butterfly joint, as y'all can see. She got range. She got range like hell. Which, yeah, that may look ugly from the back, but hey, she's a robot. What do you expect? And the pads, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of messed up on her shoulder pads right here, but yeah, they can hinge down a little bit for like more articulation. She get a bicep swivel right here, double jointed arm articulation, which I kind of feel like that was unnecessary. I feel like they could have just gave us a single joint like what they did with Windblade. And yeah, we get a ball peg here at the wrist, and then you to move the hands around. Like I said, you got that little peg right there that pegs into this little hole, which doesn't really stay all that quite well once you get to articulating it. Yeah, it kind of pops off easy, which I kind of wish they would have just did what they did with Windblade, just went with a regular ball joint on a hinge instead of just doing that. But hey, I'm not gonna complain about it. You can get that much ab crunch. She does not ab crunch like Windblade does, because if you remember Windblade can get all the way down. So yeah, she does not go as forward as Windblade. And removing her chest piece, it does not allow her to get more range. It was she, as you can see, she can go back that much. And I gotta kind of center that back. And yeah, I done got that off center. And I gotta pop her. One thing I can say about this figure, she can pop apart, and you can maneuver her a lot more better than what you can Windblade. Which is why I feel like she's actually a tad bit more of an upgrade. And you get this, like these little skirt pieces right here that articulate up, which is not really a skirt piece. It's actually like her hips and stuff like that. Because like I just said earlier, with Windblade, they kind of just left a huge gap right there. So you can get that long kick up into the air and have her legs out like this and get those like, so you can get the eagle or whatever. So you can get her to spread eagle and all of that type of stuff. So this right here is like the same thing, but they did it like this so you don't have that gap. But she can still kick all the way up right here. It's gonna kind of look off a little bit just due to that. But she can kick up. She can't do the splits and spread eagle like Windblade can. So that is kind of disappointing. So I kind of lied to y'all a tad bit. She cannot spread eagle and do the splits. But she does have a thigh swivel down there, which is on a ball joint, which allows it to rotate a lot more. And she has a little swivel right there. If y'all can see that, the thigh swivel, and she has a little swivel right there. And she has double jointed knees, as y'all can see. And she has a ball joint at the ankle, which gives you some good ankle pivot. And she has toe articulation, which I ain't gonna lie, her toe articulations are tight. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation with her, Brez. Now, I feel like, am I missing something? Oh yeah, she also has articulated butt cheeks, just like Windblade. So she can and is double cheeked up, and it's super sexy. So with that being said, let's move on into size comparison. Okay, no, I didn't knock anything out of whack. Yeah, let's move on into size comparisons, and let's cover the the opis back up. And I ain't gonna lie, yo, I ain't never been an A cup person, but yo, these two right here make A cups look good. But yo, that's enough of that. Let's move on to size comparison, bro. Okay, starting off with size comparison, here she is next to Windblade. As y'all could see from the last review, Windblade stands taller than her. Here she is next to the CDL Nice E / Arcee, which I might, if I can find the head, I might try to do like a little head swap to see if that works. So yeah, which I doubt is gonna work, but because I don't think that's on a ball joint. But yeah, here she is next to Nice E, and of course Nice E towers over her. Moving Nice E out the way, we're gonna leave Windblade in there. We're gonna bring in Athenia because I feel like this right here, it just makes the most beautiful world building right here with mechs, and the light just died. But hey, yeah, sorry about that, Brez. My light went out right there. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm not finna cut. Now, as you can see, that just makes for the most beautiful world building ever. Now, moving Windblade to the side, here she is next to a Feisen Queen right here. And here she is moving Athenia to the side. Here she is next to the Sophia Shuring, Figma, the second one. And as you can see, she's taller than a Feisen, but she's almost the same height as Sophia, but I'm pretty sure that's due to her high heels and stuff like that. And Brez, I gotta get a second Sophia. I just looked down while doing this review and just realized that I broke the thing on the back of her hair, bruh. And I'm low-key kind of sad about that now. Yeah, some more big girls. Let's bring in Asagi, not Asagi, Sakura Igawa, and let's bring in another big girl from Big Firebird, which, like I said, I love it. I don't know. Even though all the QCs and stuff like that, I love this figure. And like I said, this right here is a beautiful world build right here. Like, if you just look at this, and I don't know what it is, but she really does fit with the second act stuff just as well. Okay, moving Himawari to the side. Here she is next to Sour Whiskey, which is another beautiful big figure. And who else can we? Here she is next to another thick Tiggo bitty baddie, and that is Supersonico. And I'm trying to get her to stand because this figure is known to fall. Bruh. Okay, yeah, as you can see, Supersonico is super tiny compared to the both of them. Now, moving Sakura Igawa to the side, here she is next to Waifu and almost figure of the year, which I ain't gonna lie, this is figure of the year. Even though I kind of put her behind the assassin, this right here is just figure of the year. I don't know why, I just love this figure. Jewelry can get it. Like I said, 100 times. Jewelry can get it 100 times over. So seeing jewelry next to Arcee is just a beautiful thing. So yeah, moving Sonico over here. Here she is next to another big girl, the big waifu that we all know and love, Yamato, which Yamato can get it too. Yeah, Yamato can really get it. Here she is next to the Kanoichi Thought from Hell's Paradise. And moving her to the side, here she is next to a Metal Slug build right there. She towers over these girls, but like I said, due to Fortnite, she is now canonly, and my light is dying right there, just to show y'all. She is now canonly human size, so you can fit her into a world building. So yeah. And here she is next to Toppy Gal, a snail shell figure, just to let y'all see that. Like I said, you can fit her together with them. Here she is next to another Feisen Queen, another Sophia. And yeah, that's pretty much it for size comparisons. As you can see, she stands taller than your average anime waifu. She is like on the 7-inch scale, I want to say. But due to certain canonizations, due to certain franchises, you can fit her in with your waifu figures or your Transformers or any type of collection that you want to world build. She can pose quite well, and this is just a beautiful figure, bro. It's like, I ain't even lie to y'all. Like, if you can't get your hands on her, go out and get this figure. If you can get your hand, like, if you can't, I think the best way to go is AliExpress, because that's where I got this one from. I got off of AliExpress because Big Bad Toy Store was taking too long to ship the one I had on pre-order. So yeah, she is going to be expensive as hell, but just like with the Windblade, if y'all didn't know, there is a bootleg Windblade that is out there that came out, and it's not as good as the model kit, but it ain't just a cheap like knockoff that just falls apart and is complete trash. So it is a good durable knockoff. So there might be a copycat within years that may come, or within months that may come out to like of this figure, to where if you don't want to build it, you can just buy it, because the knockoff wasn't a model kit. It was just a already made figure that you just had to snap together. And when I mean snap together, you just got to put the arms into the torsos and stuff like that. Like, it's already built, ready to go. You just got to snap her together. And yeah, you may end up getting that with this Arcee. I don't know. But like I said, man, if you like Arcee and you just want a really good, fun, sexy figure to have on your shelf and to pose around, and on top of that, if you just like to have something to, like a model kit or something that you just want to build to help take your mind off of stuff, this right here is the way to go. This is a beautiful kit. Everything about this figure is just amazing. Now, with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, Briz, and I will catch y'all next time in the Guppy verse. Later.